So, since I've been putting this off for a while, I need to start covering the analytics of my channel, kind of track the progress that I've been going through. So I started YouTube just over 4 months ago. Didn't really put a whole lot of work into it, but I did start then. And together, we're actually going to have a look at my analytics. It says uncut, unedited, just as raw as it gets. So this is November 20th, which was my first video. Technically, I actually created a few videos before, but I made them private. And I might talk about that in another video. That'd actually be interesting to see. I created my first video and it was stop making these mistakes before living in Tbilisi. Now, this is actually my favorite video I ever made, and it only has probably 70 views. But we'll get to that in a bit. The views from my channel, so you can see down the bottom here, this is every time I upload it if you're not familiar with seeing the studio screen. This is what we look at, the creators on YouTube. This is what we spend most of our time doing. But so you can see I posted here November 20th, and you can see my views, 0 views, and I think I got like 1 view and then 5 views. And I posted 2 more videos 5 days later. And 0 views, 8 views, 2 views, 0 views, 1 view, 8 views. And I just didn't really get anywhere. So this was my Life in Tbilisi series. So the whole purpose of it was to help people to live in Tbilisi, expats like myself. I lived in Tbilisi for 3 years, and there wasn't quite a lot of dedicated content for expats. So that's essentially what I was trying to fix. So I did that, and I pretty much got no views, as you can see here. 0 views. So I'm just going back in time at the moment just so I can cover this so I don't have to ever come to this point again. But I decided that I took this big long break, as you see. But then I decided to do a video about digital nodasm. I believe that's the word. And that one actually did pretty well. But this whole period that you see, I had about 3 to 4 subscribers that whole time for months. Yep. And then I went to the Life in Da Nang series. So that's when I moved to Da Nang. We'd actually been here for a while at this point. I believe probably about 3 weeks a month, I would say. Not 100% sure. But we moved here and we did this video together, me and my girlfriend, and it performed. It was the best performing video, like by far. It had like 200 views in, I think, 3 days, which I was so excited about. But that did really well, and then it just kind of dropped off. And then I did Cost of Living in Tbilisi series. So that was the one I was banking a lot of money on to do well, and it flopped, completely flopped. However, it's actually doing well now, but we can get back to that in a bit. But this is kind of how my analytics looked. Now, where I got the most growth, essentially, from was this Life in Da Nang series. These are the 2 videos here. The hotels one did well, but this is my biggest performing video. It's got, I think, almost 10,000 views now, and it was done by an AI. As I say, it's not done by an AI, but my eyes are AI. I can actually have a quick look at this. Where is it? It is down here. So if you actually look here, I think it's great. It makes me look so weird. I just can't get over it.
300.
Let's just try to jump to where I actually am.
Some lessons along the way.
So
Not stay at flower.
See how my eyes look a bit weird here? That's not my eyes.
So the first days were really tough.
But hey,
it was pouring rain.
So that video's done really well. But that's kind of where the Life in Da Nang series, and that picked up my channel rather well. Straight after that video, it grew a lot. We went out to see an apartment, and someone actually recognized me straight away, and it was just us in an apartment with another couple, which was very awkward considering I only had about 30 subscribers at the time. But that is still, to this day, my best performing video. Now, if we go back to a more recent time, so all the Da Nang videos have performed rather well, except for one, which didn't do too well. Which one was that? Have a quick look here. just organize by views. You can see all my views and everything here. So these are my top ones. So this is the one I was just talking about. Did incredibly well because I knew apartment hunting was such a big thing, and what I wish I knew, just because I felt like the information that was out there at the time wasn't quite accurate. It was more just, oh, just do this, do that, and it's easy. Like, get 2 days in a hotel and you'll find a place. That certainly wasn't the case for us. So this one was actually one of my later ones I did, February 24th, the apartment hunting guide. I knew this one would do well, and anything above 2,000 views for me is great. I'm happy with. Anything below 2,000, I'm not quite happy with. $650 a month one, that one was good. I might actually redo that over here in Nha Trang. I had a lot of comments of people saying that basically you'd only live off Vietnamese food. And you could argue that, sure. I don't completely agree. But in Nha Trang, you definitely can live on international food for $650 a month if you wanted to. Are you going to be eating steak every day? Of course not, but you got to temper your expectations a bit. But this is basically the overall look at my channel and what is performing well. This 3-month review I thought was actually going to do a lot better than it did. It still did well. It's still one of my highest performing videos. And I actually did some A/B testing. You're not familiar with A/B testing? Basically, when we create a video, we can put like 2 or 3 thumbnails on at once. And we design different thumbnails. And when we put them on there, it'll show it to a bunch of people, different test groups, and it will show you how well it performs. At least with average view duration, which is one of the big things that we're looked at for on YouTube, which is how the algorithm pushes a lot of our content, from my understanding at least, and from many others. Then I started this Da Nang to Nha Trang series. Now this one was a big one. This actually I saw a lot of debates online because a lot of people this came across their channel. And this was a big marketing stunt for me in terms of I just wanted to see, because everyone's thumbnails are basically bright and, you know, everything. It's all good, hotels, and it's all bright. I wanted to make something really dark and dramatic and try to put like more of a marketing strategy behind this thumbnail and make it pique interest. Because every time you're scrolling down through travel videos or vlogs or whatever, it's always colorful, and this is black and it like catches your eye. So that was the thought process for this whole series. That's why they're all darkened out, but it actually did rather good. I'm happy with the progress. I thought the retirement one would do better, but that's fine. That's kind of a brief overlook of just the views. Now you can actually see how my views are from day to day. So in 48 hours, I get 332 views if I haven't posted. It seems to be common. I can actually come here and look at, you can see right here of what is doing well in the past 48 hours, for example. So this one has actually spiked up, what I wish I knew before apartment hunting. Of course, it's one of my best ones. And I can see people that watched in the past 60 minutes. So this is a list of what people are actively looking at. Now, what is interesting to me is all of my Tbilisi content is my worst content. Yet, at the moment, my Tbilisi content is actually starting to move. I was actually talking to my girlfriend about this, and what did you think, Pisha? Why do you think the Tbilisi content is starting to move? Oh, she's got her headphones in, so she's not paying attention. I think it's because the season, it's a different season. It's winter and it's starting to heat up there. So that could be the reason. This newest video I did, I knew was going to perform shocking, this video. It wasn't hard to edit, to be fair. It really wasn't that hard. You can see here I got 397 subscribers, 206 in the last 28 days, which is a huge jump. So that's massive. That's incredible growth. But this video I knew wasn't going to perform well. Like, it's performed a bit worse than I thought, but this is to be searched. So I was just put it there because it helps people out and people could actually find it by searching, but I knew my audience wouldn't resonate with it. So more, if you're watching this, you're probably part of my subscribers, so I didn't expect you to watch it. So if you didn't, I understand. Don't worry. um, so that is kind of a look at things of how things are going. Okay, so you can kind of see 90 days. Sorry, this is a bit all over the place just because I'm trying to catch up from all the past. So then moving forward, I'll do this every couple of days or week just to document how things are going. So this is the big jump from those two videos, my popular Da Nang videos, and it dumped down. Did money saving tips video, which didn't perform very well. And then I did apartment hunting guide, and I started the Nha Trang to Da Nang series and the 3-month, all pretty much back to back, which is this spike. And then it dropped. Did the Wire Left Tbilisi, which I knew wouldn't perform well. The best retirement one, and that did perform well. And then we are at this last one, which is the train guide. So I've been filming all day, so I've got 3 videos to edit, and I'm going to film probably behind the scenes of this one. So I'll end this video there. So currently it is the 24th of March, and I'm at 397 subscribers, hoping to get 500 by next month. Fingers crossed. I know that's not a great thing in many countries, but hey, in Australia, no problem. Thank you for watching.